And hello, Shock fans. Going to pick up where I left off with the big Shock Talk thing I'm doing for the 50th. This is just picking up. Hopefully I can finish it in this video because I don't have much time. Like I was saying, mainstream bands won't be around much longer. I don't mean much longer. Mainstream's always going to be around, duh. But I mean the bands that we're watching right now, if you're growing up, say you're 12 watching this or 10, you shouldn't be watching this if you're that young. I'll go ahead and give you the warning, you shouldn't be. They're not going to be around. You're growing up probably seeing Justin Bieber and stuff like that. Like I said, you're probably seeing stuff like that. It's not going to be around when you're my age. Because when I was growing up, like I said, Backstreet Boys was what was hot, and now it's not. I never cared for anything like that. I was never into the mainstream. Now, there's a difference in old school and mainstream. But anyways, poser-wise, you've probably heard me say that, and I don't limit that to one genre, one person, anything. There's definitely posers in pop, and because there's several pop artists I've heard they're saying, oh, they're so shocking what they do next. I mean, really, freaking Katy Perry, they were like, oh, she was shocking, and no, she's freaking not. No. I'm not saying she's not, I don't like her music, but I'm not saying that someone doesn't enjoy her music, she's not talented. But it's not shock. It's not shock, bitches. But yeah, it's in all genres. It's even in the genre I do. There are shockers who say they are shockers and are the opposite of shock. It's a genre, it's hard to master. I'll be honest with you, it's hard to master. And people just think if they jump on stage dressed like a lady or a woman dressed like a dude or whatever, and they sing about the politically correct shit, or they sing about the fall of this, I don't give a crap. Whatever, but it's not shock. It's not. It's Twisted said in their song, I'll probably mess this line up, but it's in We Don't Die. And it's when, it's the part where they say, as long as you rock this, we won't quit. We do it all for y'all. I mean that shit. Every one of y'all means everything to me. We bleed for y'all. That's why we call it family. That's what it's about. They've got it. They understand. It's, to me, it should not be to any shock artist about money, money, money. It should not be about that. It should be about the love of shock. Because I'm not making money for this, but I still do it because I love it. I love to do this. People love to, I like football, but I mean, there's people who generally love to play the game. Just for the love of playing the game. Brett Favre didn't quit because he loved the game. Ray Lewis loved the game with all his heart. It's my hero. What I'm saying is, it wasn't about the money. They were loyal, well, Brett Favre switched teams. But I mean, people like Ray were loyal to their team. And it means a lot to the fans. Honestly, people think, oh, as long as the fans are paying and buying the stuff, we're going to keep making money. We're going to keep doing it. But it's not like that, really. It's the fans. If the fans said they didn't like something, you shouldn't turn around on the next album or next movie or next whatever you're doing and do that exact same thing again. Because the fans are what keep you going. I mean, it's not going to be... It's not going to be, your way 100% of the time. Now, I don't bend what I write, but if I'm told when someone reads my poetry and reviews and says, I like this poem better than the other poem, doesn't mean I quit writing that kind of poem that I wrote. It just means I try to write in more of what they like. That's all. I don't change my style. If you like my style, but you like a certain, in my poetry, I do shock. The whole thing's shock. But I have love, I have sad, I have off-the-wall ones, random ones. But if you said, hey, we like the love poems the best, I'll try to put in a couple extra poems like that for you guys. I try to take, I don't take the criticism. Any criticism is bad on my work. Now, if you just insult me, but if you say, hey, you could improve maybe here, there, and you're a person that I know has written a lot and you're not trying to be offensive, you're just trying to help me, that's different. But I'm not going to take it kindly if you're just trying to insult me, because I'm not one of those people that doesn't have an opinion, or he changes his opinion or shuts up about his opinion when told. I'm a very vocalized, loud person, and I'm not afraid to tell that. It's kind of like I'm like I said, things just like people would not think. I've heard people say some of the stuff George Carlin done was not funny. It was funny to me. Like I know someone said, "Oh, it's not funny." That one where he was like, "Sometimes I go like this, yeah, but then I stop." This has been one of those times. Though that was hilarious to me. Why? Because it was something I would do. It was something, he did something like the one with his balloons when he was like, "Sometimes I say, give me a balloon. Other times I say, give me a balloon." I usually don't get one. People just don't pay attention to me. That just reminds me of stuff I would do because it just sounds, it's so random that it should make you laugh. Like the stuff when he was like, "And who stole my nude pictures of Ernest Borgnine?" Now several times when I go to Walmart now, when I go to where, thanks to George, when I go to where the guacamole's at, I just point and say, "Hey, who stole the banana guacamole?" It's just, it can be, comedians can shock you. Comedians can do stuff like that. I'm not saying be out of taste, and, there's certain lines with anything. I don't think you should take shock and use it for Nazism. Like, I've seen several shock artists do that. I don't consider them shock. That's when posers come in. If they've had anything to do with Nazism, any racist slurs in their music, it's not shock. I'm sorry. It's just, shock is about, as I've said several times, moving forward. It's not about sending us back to the freaking Stone Age. Why do you think I'm against politics and religion tying us down? Racism ties us down too. Discriminating against anything ties us down. I mean, I don't support everything that people do. Do I? No. But I'm not going to go out of my way to make their life miserable. And sorry, the camera glitched. I go out of my way to shock, and if people read it and don't like it, hey, that's not my problem. And I love what I do. If I've said, or I wouldn't do it. I mean, you truly have to love this to do it. I mean, you can't just say. No one wakes up and says, "Hey, I want to be a shock artist." You don't say you want to be a shock artist. When I started, I did not say, "Hey, I want to be a shock artist." I started writing, and I was like, "Hey, this is pretty good," but it would probably. And I'll honestly say it. Here's how I got it. When I wrote a couple poems, and I forgot who I let read them. It was a friend, but when my friend read it, my friend was like, "Dude, this is kind of shocking." I was like, "Wait a minute, isn't there a genre called that?" And I googled it, I was like, "Holy crap, I'm a shock artist." It hit me. I knew it. I'm a shock artist. I understood and it hit me, and then I worked to develop that, and now I can truly say I am one. You can't just get up, grab a microphone, grab a pen, or anything like that and say, "I'm a shock artist." No, you're not. Until you earn it, you're not a shock artist. And I'm sorry, posers, you're never going to earn it. Never. And I hope that the people will finally understand that and just take this genre and make it what it should be, because it's a great genre. I mean, the beautiful thing about shock is shock can be in movies, it can be in books, it can be in comedy, it can be music, it can be rap, it can be. David Bowie was popish. There's a such thing as shock pop, and it was David Bowie. There's shock rock, there's shock like Lordy, shock metal, Lordy again. It's shock poetry, me, shock puppetry, him. It's just, I love the genre, and it kills me to see someone treat it like this. It's not about me just being pissed. Some people are like, "Oh, you're jealous of other shock artists." No, I'm not. I hate them. Not other shock artists. I hate posers. So you're just jealous of the posers because they're famous and you're not. No, I just hate that they're defacing my genre. Something I love. And I'm not saying you have to say it's your genre. You have to. It's something you master, you earn it. It is your genre. It's Lordy's genre. It's Kiss's genre. It's my genre. And it can be yours. I'm just in love with this genre so much. And I hope Soldier of the Inverted Cross, that this gets to be big, and I get to be well known for it, and loved for it, or hated for it. So, thank you everyone for watching me. This is your beloved soldier of the inverted cross, the full-blown freak show. Stay tuned. There'll be more down the road. Farewell.